Catch that fade. Catch that fade.
Look at Trace just standing there, just completely bemused, just like, aye, you done yet? You're lucky you're immune, wee man. Just every shot, just pure near him but not on him. Oh, cut your tippy toes with that.
That is close to your foot. Right, anyway.
So, can we talk about what to do next?
Could we not have done that before we went for the door?
Much to consider. We will speak in the morning.
That door looks like a...
Classic Kratos.
In the morning.
Confer privately with Mimir.
Hold still.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Take that thing off his neck.
Much.
Ah, right.
See? Sleep tight, Tyr. I'm gonna turn in.
You speaking to?
Big day tomorrow.
Chatting at
So,
you?
Tyr, sounds like promises were made. Let's see about getting it settled, shall we?
Oh,
If
it's not
you'll
letting me punch
follow
him.
me.
Well, yeah, it's not going to let you punch him.
I'm sure we won't be interrupted any goings on.
And I'll arrange a copy.
I feel like we are. I feel like we're missing all the key dialogue.
Some of your scale. Please, don't go to trouble on my account.
I see that chest.
Too much space.
Open that shit.
Unsettling.
Go open it.
I just open it.
Oh, I thought
'Cause
that
that's,
was...
that's all your gear that you found but didn't find, so to speak.
Right. Oh, I thought that was like your
All right.
stash.
Nah.
Okay. So like if enemies drop money and stuff.
Exactly.
Because
I
that's
need,
yeah.
exactly. I just scoops it all up for you.
Any sort of humble ship's biscuit will do.
A humble ship biscuit.
Well,
Pinch of salt as well.
Look
Give
at,
you a pinch of...
look at the bed they give him. I mean, stay
Yeah.
that.
perhaps I'll be
There's a wee cupboard under the stairs. Like, see behind you. Turn around, do a full 180 for there.
All-Father's eye.
Aye, see that wee cupboard under the stairs? That's where they stick him.
Oh, right.
It's just completely impossible to see into. Shite. Throw the axe in there, see if we can't even... Oh, the blades of...
Oh,
you can't use
throw
anything.
it.
Fuck it.
Some Ocarina of Time bullshit as soon as you go. You can just wander into people's houses, but you can't pull out your sword when you're in there.
Nah.
Maybe that's the etiquette. Who am I speaking to?
Nah, you're going to bed. You and Mimir are going to bed.
Oh, I'll need to show you an LTG video, like next, between sessions, because it relates to a sick joke I could make about Mimir. But if you remind me, I'll show you.
I don't know, like the way he sort of closes the door like that.
Thinking
Kratos doesn't think.
things to be the way they were.
Well, I'd like to claim it to you again.
Yeah,
Certain ships have sailed.
Okay, so
yeah, exactly.
there's I tell you what is
Atreus will not so
Gunhole.
restless.
Ah, it's kids for you.
I care only for your safety.
I know, brother. But holding him too tight won't keep him out of danger.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get him out there.
Have someone have to do.
Mistakes of his own.
Ah, that's the right thing to do.
I hate to say it, I think Tyr might be one of them. I've never seen a man broken so completely.
Nah, he's a wank.
His greatness fresh.
Give him a few nights sleep, he'll be alright.
I
Uh-oh.
You wee sneak.
think Freya still wants to kill you. That's an ally we use.
Oh, I couldn't mind what actually happened here.
What is that, Sylvan?
Suppose it is.
It's the thingy. I think that killed. No, like it's what affected
Balder?
Balder. Something.
Is it
mind
something
what it
about
My
plant or
thistle or whatever. Aye, some shite that makes him basically makes him mortal. So that's what they killed him with.
I'm visiting an old friend.
Oh,
An old friend.
or possibly not doing that, taking into account she's determined to murder you.
Aye, go make peace.
Really.
I think it's lovely that you see the best in people. I really do. And I want you to continue to see the best in people by not getting yourself murdered.
Ah, Sindri, the voice of reason.
But we need her.
No, we don't.
It's worth the risk.
It's really not.
Is it though?
That's pure. Just again, and maybe this is why it's not fair to call it DLC. But that's you're in control now.
Of...
How about I suggest
How about
that?
that? That's next gen for you, right there.
Could give you some
Oh, no, I'm
Sindri.
playing as this wee fart thing.
Exactly.
No, actually, let's give it a chance. He might.
No, I mean, at least in this one he can fight.
Did you find her? Why don't I show you? It's just on the way to the vengeful goddess who wants you dead.
And it's like, you go on your wee side adventure to kind of meet Freya and do stuff.
You know where Freya is.
No.
Everyone knows where Freya is.
Yeah, she's in her house, is she not?
Yeah, exactly. We know where Freya is. She attacked us like the other day.
How's that sound?
Well, just take me to Freya. He's not quite as good as Kratos. What?
Not all the buttons and nothing's happening.
Yeah, it's because he can't do anything. Well, it's
Still
not
not-
true. He uses
still
his
not
mad.
cutscene.
He uses his mad wee bow instead. And you kind of fire
Glad you
arrows.
brought your key of Yggdrasil. You seem to have dashed out without mine.
Well, that was clumsy.
You got sick of having house guests that fast?
What? No. I could just use some fresh air. Is all.
Well, I hope you
Oh,
like
so I
your
finished watching The Australian Office.
Should we swing by your
Right,
cabin first?
and it is,
Will your
it's
furry
poor.
friend be joining us this
I
time?
think so.
It's just
No.
not funny.
I meant to tell you.
And a bit mean.
Was it not just all the same bits? All the same.
Very similar, certainly. You've got the Pam and Totally Not Jim and Pat Totally Not Pam.
What are they called in this one? Like Sheila and
I don't
Nick.
forget you.
Steve-O or something?
That would have been better, but it's Nick and do you know what? I can't even. She was so
Caught a whiff of
like
something
uninteresting that let's just call her Pam.
Remember how to get there?
So Nick and Pam, but she was just boring.
That's what makes you think you want me to
And
get
they
this
do,
job?
you know, the near moment where he's bashed his head and she's got like, she's holding the ice pack on his head and they're sort of looking at each other in the eyes and he's like, and they're about to smooch and then somebody walks in and it's like, oh, well, I just interrupted that. What? And then he asks out to dinner and her boyfriend's I wasn't even totally clear whether his like mom dies or something, but I was like, that's kind of at least a half decent way to sort of interrupt the tension a wee bit.
Go easy, huh?
Yeah, he can't do it. Oh no, he can. Eventually.
Why did he?
Damn, that was a lot of hacks for.
I got like I'm getting loads. I don't know if you saw the last one was.
I did see the first one, but I saw 10 grand.
Well, the first one was $2,000, and I thought that was a lot. I
shoot-
can shoot these
shoot
cameras.
What are you looking at me for? I gave you the fancy bowstring.
Fuck you, Sindri. Just give us a moment. Skadoosh.
Do I need to?
Don't know.
Well, so, what's been going on?
Obviously.
So,
To- you
Father
had to
said I
know.
cast a spell in Fenrir down. I don't know what he's talking
So
about.
the boss is a female. So the first thing is the whole season is written by women.
Right.
Which is fine. And replacing Michael with a woman would actually be quite interesting because you've got women's troubles, you know, instead of, you know, man's troubles. So it was interesting to maybe give a different perspective there. But she's very similar to Michael, you know what I mean?
She could help me.
Not giant.
You know, not married.
Fine. Do it your way then, Sin.
And it's a bit sadder, I think, with being a woman.
It's
Because, I mean, Michael gets his kind of love story in the end, and you sort of feel like it's done for her.
It's got
Right.
sounds on it too.
And Packer, so you mind Packer?
Yeah.
He's still a man, but she made like a pact with him to get married when they were both 40,
Right.
which again is quite tragic. And he's like totally forgot about it for a start, and like also is like, no, mate, I'm going out with a bud tonight, you know, see you next week sort of thing. And so, oh yeah, cool, no, that's fine, we. And you're like, oh, okay, that's a bit sad.
I'll be on the tier statue out of here.
There is
Find a way through.
Toby, you know, the HR guy is basically just Toby. Although maybe a bit more assertive than Toby, you know what I mean? But I actually think that makes HR really, like, boring. Again, I prefer Toby because it's just like, he just takes Michael's shit. And there's,
Yes.
like,
Knowing your father.
there is the theory that Toby is the Scranton Strangler.
I've heard that theory. Yeah.
And
Didn't he go see him in jail?
yeah, I saw it there. Aye. So he sees the guy who's accused of being the Strangler in jail, who obviously strangles him. And Toby's missing when the Strangler's being chased.
Yeah.
So,
I think I've heard that.
and someone phones his phone while he's not there, and Kelly just sort of lifts it and puts it straight down. But yeah, that does get so I can't even mind his name either. Again, not Toby. But the one character who is, I think, a nice addition is the IT guy.
Great story.
Oh, there's lesbian Daryl as well,
All right.
Anyway,
who's not funny enough to like be Daryl.
Me.
But again, it's just gender swapping for the sake of gender swapping.
They're literally made of filth. I'm not touching.
So does she work in the warehouse?
I like the way you
Yeah,
think.
female Daryl. Yeah.
Okay, here goes something.
She's all tattooed and that, you know what I mean?
That's quality craftsmanship.
But I like when it's set. I thought one of the things they did right was at least it's set post-COVID.
Okay.
So
Right. So I was going to ask that. Like, is it new?
yeah, it's new. So it's set. You know, like everyone's working from home and they're going to close the office because basically they're like, we're not using it. And she goes, well, tell you what, I'll raise the money to justify the office, or basically you can close it. And she goes, all right, fine. And of course, by the end of the 8 episodes, they save the office. How's that fucking low? Whatever. They save the office because productivity or some bullshit.
Aye, they're more productive when they're there. Or,
Aye, so they're like, we get 4 days or whatever. And again, I thought that was good. At least it brings it relevant. But the problem with that is it'll make it less timeless. Because in 10 years, maybe, somebody will watch it and they'll be like that. What the fuck are they talking about?
That's the
We
problem.
always work for home.
That's another problem with a lot of like TV shows right now is they're not as timeless because it's a bit too sort of topical. It's a pro and a con because it's good at the time, but yeah, it does sort of affect the timelessness of it. That's one of the stupid things about Rings of Power is they're like, oh, it's but do you not see it's clever because like Sauron said a thing that sounds kind of similar to something Donald Trump said. It's like,
What?
you know, yeah, it's crap like that. You're like, but that's
It's only good in a month, maybe? Or?
yeah. How long did tweets last? I don't know. Like, that's as good as that. So I get what you're saying. I did wonder why you were kind of like talking about it now, because I thought they made it years ago. Because when they made the British office, they made like German versions and all sorts.
Aye, so well, it's Aussie, it's Australian.
So I wonder if they maybe never did it in Australia, or they did it and it didn't get past like the pilot stage or something.
Possibly, aye. They made the full 8 episodes on Prime, so it's on Amazon Prime. But it's I'd say it's worth a watch. But really, the only funny moment is in like the second episode, where Not Michael claims that she killed. Sorry, Not Michael claims that she fired this guy Brian to help make cutbacks and savings. And they go down to the warehouse going, you know, blah blah blah. Oh, it's such a shame about Brian. And our boss is like that. Well, you know, redundancies are an essential part of maintaining a functional business, and they're like that. What are you talking about? Like, Brian died yesterday. And she's just sort of standing there like, oh my god, I guess like when, you know, he took the news so badly sort of thing that he obviously, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, no, he died, like that's why he's off payroll. You didn't fire him at all, it was just a lie. And she says, yeah, well, I mean, I guess when I said he came to the end of a road, he came to the end of 2 roads. You know, what are the chances of me telling him he was fired and then like that night he dies? I mean, let's just have a moment of silence for Brian. And she just sort of stands there waiting, and the boss is sort of like that and just fucks off. That whole episode's quite funny because she holds like an impromptu wake for him, and right before it they're like that, which one's Brian again? And she's like, I think he's sort of indescribable. And somebody goes, is he the tall funny one? And she's like, yep. And they go, no, he was the short, like funny guy. Something, and then they start going like, oh, well, you know, what did he sound like? And she sort of goes like, all right, I'm Brian. And they're like, what did he look like? And someone's like, you made him a cup of tea the other day. And this other guy's like, did I? And he's like, you know, he's just clearly not memorable at all. And the only photo she has of him is his driver's license. So she puts that up at the wake, the eulogy, and she writes her whole speech around his driving license. So she's like, you know, oh, he was a real donor, like an organ donor. He enjoyed driving, you know, cars and possibly Class B mopeds and maybe even hitching a caravan. It's just like shite. She's like shite. She doesn't
How
know
much can I say based on like this one guy?
Exactly. So that I actually thought was quite funny. And I suppose what maybe the second last episode, possibly even the last episode, they go on a wee day trip to it's like Phil's reptile experience, and it's just this dude's house, and he's got like snakes and stuff like that. And like one of them ends up getting bitten by it. Oh no, he ends up getting bitten by it. The actual Phil guy. And it's just so shady and shit. And he's like, oh, everything is like for sale in the house.
What is that?
But there's one character in it who really annoys me because she's basically just Dwight.
Right.
And I know Dwight was just kind of like, you know, well, was Dwight sort of like Stephen Merchant's character? You know, the sort of kiss
Steve
up.
Merchant wasn't. Steve Merchant was only one else. It was me, Kenzie Crook.
Maybe, aye.
Aye.
They're just the kiss ass.
Yeah.
Whereas Dwight was more of like,
What do you think it means?
he had things about him, like he had the farm.
Nah, Dwight had more about him, but to be fair, like, because the American series went on so much longer, they had time to actually have stuff about him.
At 8 episodes, you can flesh some of the characters out.
Aye, well, I mean, it's the UK one, I think, was only 6.
Yeah, aye.
Is all I'm saying. So yeah, so if this is like 8 or whatever, if it keeps going, then maybe we'll have more stuff.
Frozen. Maybe I can.
Because when actually, I think it's like one of the first things Dwight actually says is like he's a beet farmer or some shit.
Would you just like to do it?
And he's into bears, beats, and Battlestar Galactica. Although he never actually said that.
No, it was
It's
Jim.
Jim.
That
It's Jim that says that. Aye.
Is that frozen?
the episode when it's Halloween and he's in like the pure accurate like cosplay of, isn't that a Battlestar Galactica character? He's got like dreadlocks
And boobs. Yeah. Aye.
There she is. Yeah. Exactly what I'm gonna do.
It's not a patch on it, and I know it's not fair because the American Office ran so long.
Bearable when he's smug.
I'm not convinced, and it's a bit distracting that the lead actress isn't pregnant.
Mulder tried to kill
That
her.
isn't
Pregnant like throughout the series. She's got a bit of a bump in her sort of tummy,
Well, I'm not gonna ask.
and I don't know if it's meant to be like, you know,
They were your
they've put it in intentionally to be like, you know, she's a bit overweight and kind of, you know, like
Alright.
make her like a sort of frumpy boss, you know. But, and this might sound a bit outlandish to say, but like I thought she was the biggest ride in the Office,
Right.
and that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? I'm not saying when you first watched the American Office you're like, oh, Pam's all that, but you know,
Sorry.
you certainly want, you know, pining for like Angela.
Aye.
That's all I'm kind of getting at. Is it's like, you know, for me the casting just felt a bit like some of these people are the wrong characters. And
I
know
always thought, I thought in the American version, for the most part, they kind of, not too much, but they kind of beautified everyone a wee bit.
oh, they do it. The more the season goes on, definitely.
Well, that's ooh,
Well, you can dive dash. Yeah.
never told me that. Just
Um,
run in and just
Aye, but like if you're thinking
start smoking.
about,
before
you've
that.
got Pam, you've got Angela, and you've got who's the one Jim goes out with for a wee while.
Oh, I can't remember. Alison or something like that. Aye, she's no bad though.
She went on to Parks and Recreation.
Is that what she's in? Because she's another one where I'm like, I feel like I recognise her from something, but I never watched Parks and Recreation. She must be in something else.
Oh, she's in a few
She
things.
must be in there must have been a film she was in.
Yeah. She I think she.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm
she
sure
made
she's
it
been in a
bigger.
film. What I mean
Aye.
is, she must have been in a film I saw when I was.
I saw
like a
Angela
teenager.
in a film.
What one
Maybe
would
this
she
is
be?
fine.
You know?
Just I don't know. I was just.
Her
I
and
didn't-
Pam, right? Like the actors, they just have nothing going on now, right? And they started doing a podcast. It's called Office Gals, and they just watch each episode of The Office and give you behind the scenes, like, you know,
Commentary.
stuff. And it's like your careers have just you've done nothing since then.
I heard that Pam had cancer.
Oh, did she?
Oh,
That's a
so-
shame, but don't change the fact that she's a shite actor. She was in would you call it Blades of Glory?
My shop.
Is she in Blades of Glory or is it
Yeah.
her
I
sister?
can't stop you.
Is it
Oh,
her
is it? If
sister?
it's her sister, they're identical.
They're very similar.
Suit yourself.
Oh no, I think I'm getting confused. One of them, because it's the
Oh, sorry,
Fishers.
was he saying he's gonna? Aye, something Fisher. Did he say he's gonna hang out here?
Is she Isla
Shaker.
Fisher? And it's Jenna Fisher.
No, she's Jenna Fisher. Now that you've said it, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's
It
Jenna.
says Isla Fisher, Jenna Fisher.
No
don't think I can break this.
Fisher.
I need to find another way around.
Surely you
Gent, she's 50.
Who?
Pam?
I would have
I'll hide
thought
it under
she'd
my shirt.
be.
And besides, it's a reminder to be better.
You need a murder weapon to be a better
Oh,
person.
she's got breast
It
cancer.
makes me
Jeez,
feel
oh.
brave, okay?
Angela.
Slightly younger
Stanley.
than that, but not too much actually.
You can convince Freya of anything, yes.
I just hated Angela. I thought she was a
I
cow.
have to try.
But I was
Well,
like,
yeah,
what's the
that's
point?
kind of
I
the
know,
point,
but I
yeah.
was like, is there ever going to be a point where you're
Hit the fire hot.
like redemption or whatever? But no, she was just a mad boot.
Mad Aaron never did it for me.
Keep going.
James Gunn.
No, she annoyed me as well.
James Gunn is the spouse. Can't be the same James Gunn. Divorced. Maybe it is the same James Gunn.
Could be.
I think he's right.
What makes you think that applies here? This is life and death.
And this is Ragnarok.
No
You can't
idea.
just do
Mr.
nothing and
Joker
write
2 is
about
not funny enough, James Gunn.
Living is an option.
Dafty. If you walked in here right now, I'd swing about.
Check, who's Lois Lane?
On the new,
Okay.
the new one.
Yeah, Man
Oh,
of Steel.
Amy. Aye, is it Amy?
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Aye, she comes in as the sort of other love interest for like an episode or two and steals Jim.
Yeah, I recall that. Aye. I thought you meant like the new Lois Lane.
Anyway, sorry.
I have no idea.
What I was meant to check though was what was the movie you said she was in that I was like
Blades of Glory.
Blades
With,
of Glory.
Will Ferrell.
I think that's Isla Fisher. No, I actually think that's Amy Adams.
It's not. It's 100% not Amy Adams. What if she's in it? She's not. Who I'm thinking of. 'Cause
Oh,
she,
Amy Poehler's in it as well.
She fires into
And Will Arnett.
whatever the guy is.
No, you're right.
No,
It's,
main guy.
it's Jenna Fisher.
Oh, you missed that. It was amazing.
I think I was misremembering the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Oh, possibly.
I think that has Amy Adams.
There's a really gay scene in that where. Oh, what the hell? I'm a wolf. What?
I don't remember that.
Why did he just become a wolf? That was awesome though.
Was that your rage?
Yeah.
Pretty soon you become the bear.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but yeah, I just
No,
noticed it.
it's Amy Adams who plays Susan.
More sound stuff.
In Blades of Glory.
No, in Ricky Bobby.
I've never seen.
No, so you were right.
Talladega
Sorry,
Nights.
ignore me.
There's a really
Never seen Talladega Nights.
not all the way through. No, there's a really gay scene in it though, where Sacha Baron Cohen just pure winches him.
Yeah.
But it goes on for ages. I seem to recall. I'm like,
I will defeat you, Ricky Bobby. Back to the American Office, like, so the part of the problem I had with the American Office, and this just sounds terrible, is every character to me sounds the same. And maybe that's just
Bit.
a dialect thing, but I was like that. I don't feel like anyone's from anywhere. They're all from Australia.
How can I trust you?
oh, you mean in the Aussie one? I thought you meant in
And the Aussie one, no, the American Office is fine. Yeah, you've got, they're meant to be from Pennsylvania, Scranton. You know what I mean? But they're clearly all from
You listen to me.
wherever.
Good on you, not
LA.
to say.
Yeah, but the Australian office, they're all very like this. They talk
it's
like
not-
this, cobber.
It's such a distinctive accent though.
I know, but that's the problem is everyone, apart from is her name May, the Chinese lady who's in there, but she doesn't get enough kind of screen time I think to help break it up. So it's like Pam will come up and she'll go, "All right, Jim, how's it going?" And Jim will go, "Oh, no danger, mate. Oh, it's all good with me."
Didgeridoo, shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like that. Oh, it's really hard for jokes to land when it's like that. And then totally not. Michael comes out. He goes, "How's it going, everybody?"
G'day. Did he say good day?
They don't actually say good day very often.
Is Chris
if at
Lilly in
all.
it?
No, he should be though. He's the guy who does Smouse and then
Yeah.
all that.
I think he got cancelled.
I think he did get
I
cancelled.
don't think it's stuck though. I think he got uncancelled pretty quick.
He was like, it was a product of the times. Obviously, when he did like Smouse.
Didn't they take down Maniacs or whatever it's called off Netflix?
I don't know.
Maniacs was
not very good.
pish, but I would give it another go and see if.
A second watch helps.
Yeah, I don't know. It had that problem if no one was actually that likable. I mean, the best characters he does is like Jonah and Nan.
Fuck you, sir.
Nan especially, like Nan's well, Nana's just nice in general, but you know she's a bit out there and a bit odd. Whereas like you know Jonah, it's like he's little 13-year-old boy, and he seems like a bam, but like he's rough upbringing and his tough exterior and all that.
Aye.
And, like Mr. G is
Lovable role guy.
Aye, Mr. G's like a bam that you kind of can't help but laugh at.
Is he not the one who quits all the time? No,
Yeah, he
you're going
quits.
straight
And
ahead.
then,
No, you're going straight ahead. Yeah.
I'm a jobby.
You're jumping towards that wall, I thought.
He quits and then he writes a musical about himself and you know all that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
aye.
Like,
I'm sick. I keep seeing that meme everywhere. I'm sick of it. I fucking resign.
I haven't seen that. Is that like going around?
That was been kicking about for ages. On
Oh,
my
good,
feed.
good.
But it's the problem with Facebook feeds, isn't it? Is it's just. And I've got a particular Chris Lilly song stuck in my head.
Is it Naughty Girl?
No,
No.
it's a Smouse one.
Oh, is it Squashed N-word?
Yeah.
That song's amazing. I think I remember what he said. I went and.
That's what got him cancelled.
But the thing
Temporarily cancelled. Cause I think what happened
again-
is people had there was a genuine accident, like someone was killed in an accident or crushed by a boulder or whatever, and on TikTok or whatever,
yeah,
some
people are
was-
sharing that tune that he
sharing
brought
that.
out. What? I want
20 years ago,
say,
maybe could easily have been.
Oh, that was a deer. Jeez, oh, there's so much in this game. I want to say 2010 or 2011 because I've a feeling I was.
It's Angry Boys, isn't it?
I have a feeling I was still in school. Angry Boys, yeah.
Yeah, aye. Yeah. I can't remember what the show was called.
So this is what I'm saying is, and all the comments. I'm kind of glad, but all the comments on YouTube are just like, "LOL, so funny. How did he get away with this?" You know, like all the new comments. I mean, because again, the video will have been up for like 10, 15 years, but
2011.
yeah. So, I mean, it was unacceptable then, but
Yeah, exactly.
but no one. The same people that were laughing at it then will be the people trying to cancel him on Twitter now, and then they'll say like sensibilities have not changed. This was never okay. It's like, but you were laughing at it before, but now you're not.
Well, you've
Yeah.
got the whole point of comedy is to push the envelope a wee bit.
Exactly.
It's where Frankie Boyle, you know, it's
I'm going the right way.
for me. I find Frankie Boyle hilarious. We were at a Frankie Boyle gig in Glasgow, like a place called Glee Club, and you know what Frankie Boyle's like. It's pure
I've seen him.
to the bone. Well, exactly. Aye, there you go. Then. And this was, you know, he made the point. This is a draft. This is him reading from his book a wee bit, telling some old jokes, and also he's prepping for a new show. So
He
it's
was
like it's a-
testing some shizzle out. So.
Exactly, it's a rough cut. And there was a few jokes where
See, at
I
this
was,
point
the,
as
I was
well-
the only one that laughed.
See,
And
at
I-
this point as well, if you go and see Frankie Boyle and you get offended, it's a bit like shame on you at this point. Like, he's not exactly an up and comer anymore. He's been on the scene for, who knows, 20 years, something like that.
Aye.
And this wasn't as big a show, was it? This was like quite sort of.
Aye, it's
Yeah,
quite
so-
low key. You know, it wasn't like a pure known support or anything. And it's
So for it'd be not, but for fans, like it's not going to be one of those things like, oh, I got you tickets for something for Christmas. Who's this Frankie Boyle? I've never heard of him, but I'm gonna go. It's this would have been for fans. So if you're offended at it, like
I can't remember who said it, that comedy is just tragedy plus time. I know it's in a few things, but that's the kind of I agree with. But then there's another there's another like what's the word I'm looking for, sort of sitcom or whatever, where they go, no time has passed, I'm holding him in. Oh, it's Robot Chicken. It's Robot Chicken Star Wars. So Anakin's bring his mother back.
oh
after
yeah,
she's died.
is that little orphan Annie?
Yeah, is that little
that?
orphan Annie, and that like Uncle Owen or Aunt Beru or something says it, and he goes like that, you know, oh dude, it's you know, comedy, it's just tragedy plus time. And he's like, no time has passed, I'm holding her dead body in my arms.
Aye.
And it's like, and then
And then
she's
when
like,
it's when the stormtrooper show up, isn't it?
yeah, aye, and then later on they go, oh, and Lord Vader says you can now laugh at the little orphan Annie joke, and Uncle Ben's still like that. You tell him to his face or whatever, you know, it's still funny. Ha ha ha, little orphan Annie. And it's like, it's funny, it's like, it's a joke, it's like, you know, yes, it's inappropriate, what? But
Face shit.
like a lot of Frankie Boyle's set he was doing was about elites with lots, elites with yachts, and he's like, the only reason like you would have a yacht is to dump dead bodies basically in international waters. So, like, there's no reason to have a yacht besides that. And he's like, can't mind that. So he's building up to this, and then ultimately goes, you know, it's just full of dead children. The sea's just full of dead children who have been raped and just their bodies thrown in the ocean. And then he goes, do you know what? The sea's not even salty. And just sort of leaves that to hang for a minute. You know, it's like, I think I was maybe one of two people who laughed. Because I like that sick, twisted sense of humour, you know? And for a lot of people it was like, oh, I think it was like, ooh, that's a step too far. Aye. But with it, how do you know where the line is? It's not like there's a pure script. And because it changes constantly...
I'm not changing my mind.
But yeah, if there was something in the news that day...
Throw the snowball. You could have dropped it, but...
Well, what?
You never do?
We were just on about renegade actions and all that.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
If there was, you know, a child disappearance in the news, like, recently, then all of a sudden that'd be, oh, it's too soon. Even though you're not talking about that circumstance. It's too soon.
Exactly.
Whereas, if that hasn't happened, some people would...
Thanks. I feel so much better now.
Nobody's killing me. I'm a trace, bitch. Where would I go now?
I think you're going left to jump, sort of hop down there. Aye. So I think you came in through there.
I believe I came from here.
Aye, I believe you came from there.
I just came from here.
Alright,
Fucking hell,
sorry,
Jesus.
man.
Yeah, I'm not saying you need to handhold me game, but fuck off.
Like, I think 'cause you've got a gimpy wee tattoo on your neck, you're all that, you fool. Jump at this game, take me on a square blown the way. Clown.
Can't I pay no further visit? Nothing wrong with that, right?
There's plenty wrong with
I
that.
mean, just because I'm responsible for the death of your son doesn't mean...
You been watching Dragon Ball Daima?
I've seen the first one, is the second one out?
The second one's out.
I haven't seen it yet. The first one, not a lot happens, but it's pretty cool.
It's
It's interesting how it's like just after the Boo arc.
Exactly. Aye.
So folk are saying, is this like retconning Super? And my assumption is no, it's not.
It's a prequel to Super.
Yeah, my assumption is stuff that it's going to be its own little self-contained little thing. Apparently, one idea was Toriyama basically liked a lot of the stuff that happened in GT.
I wanted to do it right.
Yeah, but didn't like how it was done. Like he said, he liked the idea of them
being a kid again.
Yeah, because he said I'd like to do some stuff like earlier Dragon Ball, which is a bit more kind of like adventure, sort of magical. But
should have stayed with
yeah, when Goku can freaking blow up planets with a punch, like it kind of takes a lot of the danger away.
Not here.
So
He sent you? No.
and the problem with trying to do it in GT was like, okay, Goku was now a kid, but he could still turn into Super Saiyan and stuff. So you're just like just turn into Super Saiyan.
Oh no, that doesn't look a very sharp sword.
It doesn't.
You're better than this.
Like it just looks like it was made really blunt.
Maybe it's because it's out of focus, but it does not look that intimidating.
Well, you bring. I knew that was something to do with Balder.
But doesn't she give you that?
No. I think you find it, and she warns you to keep it away from you, kind of thing. But I'm not convinced. Like she doesn't. Well, whatever.
What do you know of me? I know you haven't killed me yet.
And you're hanging out in the woods.
So while you're thinking it over, why don't you let me go and I can tell you why I came?
Don't push your luck, son.
You mean to plead for your father, save your breath. His fate is sealed.
It's just
Well, you
so
know it's the plan for
unthreatening.
everything.
I cannot get to Odin, nor do I need to.
Well, I mean,
Ragnarok.
Who's right. No, she doesn't like Odin, does she?
she used to be his
But
wife.
what if I told you
Aye, but
that he
not
came
anymore.
to Midgard?
His ex, remember?
He came to us. Offered peace if we don't move against him. Claims Ragnarok's already been averted.
Nah, I don't think he said that. Oh, but then again, you had a wee private convo.
Maybe. But if you know Gro's prophecies, you know it depends on an army of giants.
The giants wait for war in Jotunheim.
No. I've been there. There's no giant army. There are no giants at all.
They're dead. Dead. Nah, they're just hiding.
They're all dead.
Or they're doing a. I actually can't remember whether it's a real giant army or it's a. You know, like in Lord of the Rings, it's like a mad ghost army. I feel there's some kind of ghost magic
My mother was the
element.
last guardian of our people in Midgard. And that's not all. The giants have prophecies about me. They know me as
Loki.
Loki.
She doesn't look impressed.
Nah, it doesn't mean nothing.
Maybe I'm supposed to help stop Odin somehow.
Maybe by turning into a
Since all the
bear
giants
and
are dead
ripping his jewels out.
You won't fight Odin. And you've already won.
Yeah, I got to fight Odin.
Take him off.
Look, she's clipping her leg with the end of that sword.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
am far from home.
I keep stabbing myself in the thigh.
Okay.
You're just a little bit crazy, aren't you, Freya?
What we found here. Maybe if you spoke to
So
him,
does she like
he
Tyr, or
Well, don't know yet.
We broke him out of Svartalfheim.
Impossible. The 9 realms are closed to all.
No. He opened up the way.
Yeah,
We just don't know where to go next.
exactly.
Trace, don't even bother. You can't win an argument. She's a woman, so yeah.
Enough.
See, told you. If she had a drink, she would have thrown it in your face.
Leave this place. Go and do not return.
Instead, this metaphor
Go
will stand
before
in
I
the way.
change my mind. Do not expect the same mercy for your father.
Again, you're sort of like a persistent fly to Kratos. At least at this point. Now we've got all the armour and shit. It's like, really?
I've got to swat a few annoying flies. That was terrible. That was me trying to be Liquid Snake.
I was about to say, who the fuck was
I was
that?
meant to be Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. The first one.
Hello, Snake.
Liquid.
Brother. No, it's me, McDonald Miller, your old buddy. What were you in Snake's Revenge?
Is McDonald Miller
McDonald Miller, sorry.
Kazuhira Miller?
I don't fucking.
Are they the same person?
No idea. I don't. I need to go back and play all these and
Because
get
in
a
Peace
lore
Walker,
summary.
in Peace Walker, Miller's big boss is right hand guy, and then in what do you call it? Thingamabobber. Metal Gear 5, same Kazuhira, like he's one of the first guys you rescued when you're rebuilding Mother Base. He's like your right hand guy, and it's just he looks like Miller, has the second name Miller.
This all might have just been a very big waste of
And even though he's called Kazuhira,
never, ever admit this.
like I don't know if he's meant to be the same guy because they say he's Snake's master,
Aye.
but if Snake was trained by Big Boss, then
Yeah, why would he? Well, he'd
then
have some involvement.
He'd
yeah.
have been trained by McDonald Miller as well. It's about like when Obi-Wan says he was trained by Yoda,
Aye.
but he was Qui-Gon's apprentice, but he was trained by Yoda as well.
Yeah, and it's a wee bit about how you define a trainer. You know, someone who gives you guidance could arguably be a trainer. And because Master Yoda was master to many and all, arguably.
Aye, yeah.
Yeah, it would be interesting to play the
I'll
Metal
need
Gear
to
games.
look that up somewhere and just double check that, because the problem, well, not problem, is you never.
There'll be a chronologically confused or
Oh,
some
yeah,
kind of
definitely.
like summary of Metal Gear.
There's a couple, but that's actually the problem. Is there's a couple and they're all pretty long, and I don't know which ones are long
Which one's right?
and they'll ramble, and which ones are long because it's pretty complicated and a lot happens.
What? Where'd you get that?
Did he? Yeah, I was going to say, did he have that?
Oh,
Hey, where'd you get this couch and this TV and all this stuff?
She took it, didn't she? Today was your lucky day.
They were giving it away for free on the corner, Leela, just like you.
What?
I just fixed that!
Skadoosh.
Whoa, good man. You know what?
I still got my bag of tricks. If you need me, I'll be standing back here.
Oh, swung a boot by your
To be
throat.
fair, that was a good time for that line to come up. You've like literally got him in your jaws as a wolf and syndrome. What the fuck?
A pumpkin?
Yeah.
Not them.
It must be because
I remember these things now.
There was no way that was.
Yeah, there must have been a little like update thing. That's cool. Though. I like that.
Exactly. Oh, I hate these things.
Oh, maybe it's a new game plus thing as well, or maybe it isn't. But
I think it is just because it's Halloween time. You run about with a mad pumpkin bomb.
Later. Let's get out of here before something else tries to kill us.
I'll kill you. Yeah,
Everything tries to kill us.
mistake of a human being.
Since
Right,
you
let's
come
go, yeah.
clean and all.
Don't
No
tell
way.
our dad jack shit.
Right. Well, speaking of coming clean, I need your opinion on something. Something
I saw this penis on the internet the other day.
Oh, is this where we start to find out more about his brother?
I'll tell you on the way back.
Yeah, tell us.
Right, I'll shut up then if this is interesting.
Well, yeah, it might be if it's what I think it is.
I was just, making a very immature implication that he's homosexual.
Did they ever twist?
Did you ever see that Jeremy Kyle where the two brothers were pumping because they didn't know they were brothers? No, I swear this is a real thing. So they were, to be fair, I think they were half brothers. But yeah,
Okay.
they didn't know that they were brothers and they were both gay and they were like bumming. And so then they like
Did a paternity test or?
one of them had never met their dad and the other one had.
A
And
photo
he-
of him or something?
The other one like knew his dad, and then it was something like he looked at him. And he was like, he looks a bit like
Yoda.
such and such who I used to like hook up with, and blah 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 blah.
Long before you were
And yeah, they went on the Jeremy Kyle show and they did a test, and they were brothers, and it was just horrific. They both like just like sort of that 1,000-yard stare into the distance, like what in God's name?
I quite like the there's a Maury meme where a guy gets told you're not the father and
He does the
falls.
dance.
Well, no, he falls. He sort of leans back and falls, but they do like the Mario 64 thing where he goes through the portrait. So he falls through the floor,
Right.
and it comes up, ba 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 ba, and it says something like, I don't know, you got away with it, or child-free
yeah,
lifestyle,
yeah.
and he goes, off we go, and it's just
I haven't seen that one. I've seen other ones where they like put somebody else's face over it and he's like doing the dance when he sees. Because it used to happen all the time.
There was some woman who had well over 20 men paternity test for her wedding.
And she was on another. Well, if it's who I'm thinking of, she was on another show getting like another 3 done. Or I believe it was for the same adolescent child. Right, two videos I want to show you. Like whenever we take a break, 2 LTG videos I want to show you because I want to talk about them.
Anyway.
One of them relates to Mimir and the other one is just hilarious.
Right, okay.
They're both quite short. They're both like 5 minutes.
I made a choice.
Oh,
One that wasn't mine to make.
right, here you go. So hopefully this is where he tells
What do
you.
you mean? A choice?
I
Gonna need to add some material.
couldn't be alone. The other dwarves, when they saw him, they shunned us. So we left. Made our own home.
Well, you can't change the past, but it doesn't have to be who you are. Let's go home before Father wakes up.
Now, is that all we're getting?
The best idea you've had all night. Trey.
Ugh,
Trey?
come a trick.
Listen. Shut up.
Aye, so I can't remember how much you figure out in the last game. But yeah, there's something weird about... There's a reason Brock's blue
Aye.
that never twigged.
So I'm not allowed to give you a nickname?
I mean, I never really thought much of it. I just thought,
Whatever, Loke.
but I don't see colour, so
Nope. That was worse.
all I see is what's in a person's character.
All right.
Stop virtue signalling.
You know what you should do is like just have a photo of me, and a photo of me looking all sort of. Oh, like the deep thoughts with the deep.
Deep thoughts with the deep.
Deep thoughts with the deep.
I didn't notice Brock was blue because I don't see colour.
Yeah.
I like it.
Be honest, Suze. Is it because he's black? What? I didn't even notice. It's an all peep show reference.
Yep.
He's terrible at being black. I'm a much better black man than he is.
Just
Oh,
wanted to hang
jeez.
on, little Jotun. Tear may not be everything you expected, but a failure.
This is
You
bollocks,
see, it's a
Mark.
terrible fate. That's not nothing. And hey, Maybe he'll be some help to us yet.
Superb.
Maybe. But Father's not going to go along with this.
Oh, what, is he not going to do it?
He's probably
Huh?
already got
Oh.
a nice hiding place all picked
Oh,
Doing all
you've
this
got a
stuff.
shield.
Well, let's not make
Was
it
that the
worse.
defence?
I was
you
meaning
were
to do
not
that.
using?
I was trying to just do that.
Cover our tracks at the gateway.
L1 blocks. Well, there you go. I was just dodging
Just act
constantly.
Natural, but quickly.
I like that. I'm gonna be honest. I like playing as Atreus actually.
He's alright.
You know what would be
He's
amazing
not
is
bad.
if like a 2-player mode. You could go Kratos and I could go Atreus. That'd be awesome.
I thought they might do something like that, but nah, they never really deliver on that.
Maybe in the. I'm assuming there'll be a third one.
Oh, aye, I think based on the success of these two,
I think it's because he's wearing red as well. He looks like Robin to me now.
aye.
Uh,
Which one?
Maybe Damien, but that's probably just the father-son thing. It is making me think of Damien Wayne. It's still annoying me because he looks like someone, and I can't think who he looks like.
Do you want me to find out who's sort of voice actor or whatever is?
Yeah, but it's not really that. It's. I mean, he looks like someone I'm sure I've met.
All right. Ah, never mind then.
He looks like
I trust
wee Craigie from down the street who no one will know who that is.
You are certain the giants would not counsel war.
Pretty sure the
I
Giants.
said that they were wise.
He's covered in
In
snow.
my experience, that goes with being peaceful.
Hey guys, I've just been outside.
Told you we need new one, eh?
He's been out there playing in the snow.
Atreus,
You're covered in snow.
where have you been?
No
I smell
way.
Freya on you.
Ian?
Peeing.
You're all hungry.
Fucking what a wide answer. I don't remember that.
Is everyone as well rested as I am? Be right down.
That was so conspicuous as well.
Alright.
You know, like when you're at a sleepover when you're like 12 and the ma comes in and catches you all awake and you're all pretending you're asleep.
Yeah.
I was like, as bad as that.
Sure. Why not?
You pretend you've just woken up like, huh? What's going on?
Great night's sleep last night.
Tasting better.
I suppose you'd like to try cooking for this lot.
I accept.
What?
He's going to be our chef.
Atreus, where I plan our next move.
Oh,
I don't know.
Does Mimir get food or does he just get sat there?
I think Mimir just sits there with everyone else scrans in front of him.
Well, he doesn't have a stomach, so. He does have a mouth, so you could.
It just
I have no idea.
It's what that's what is under his head stump. It's just a big sort of congealed pile of shit from when he tried to eat something.
Knowledge keeper?
Gross, man.
Oh, maybe there's a secret there I can unlock.
Ah, of course it is.
You're better than the seer who saw everything.
Exactly.
You know.
I wasn't sure you, Never mind. That's great. Have fun.
Off to Alfheim.
So,
Hey, don't forget this what'll get you there.
A baked potato.
You know what? I'm gonna build a bigger table.
Stop spitting into his bowl. You're disgusting, Brock.
More for me.
Yoink.
heavy yoink.
Why this moment of silence? It's something really disconcerting about Kratos just sitting there, like,
Whenever you're ready.
eating.
Well,
He's just using a knife to eat, he doesn't use a fork.
if my counsel might
Maybe
have
that's
more
historically
details
accurate, I don't know.
It's the least I can do to repay you.
They're all
To be honest, you
pretty
could just use a knife, depending for most.
See the light of Alpha.
For what they're eating, you could. Spoon really would be the ideal. If you could only have one, that would be the ideal utensil.
Aye,
Alright,
I thought
can
you
leave
could
it.
leave it.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you can
Were
stay
you
as
just
long as you
waiting to
want.
see if
Aye.
I'd figure that out?
If, well, yeah, a wee bit, but also I think it's a bit of a.
Come from?
They'll finish chatting when they're finished chatting.
How do you inflict corporal punishment? What's the corporal punishment button?
Just grab him by the neck and drag him outside. Like, let's go. I want to go to fucking Alfheim now.
Oh, never mind that. I know he's lying to me, so I was just wanting.
But it's the elves as well, man. It's like the elves are back to the way they were in the first game, even though you solved all the problems.
Are
in
they
the
the
first
ones that could kind of fly?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the worst.
game. I know they are the worst, and it's light and dark elves. So
I
apparently,
think it was the light elves that annoyed me.
well, the light elves are in charge. So apparently, the dark elves have been.
you at the gateway presently, friend.
What? I didn't forget Mimir. I left him there to eat the rest of his spaghetti.
No, I mean, jeez. So boys get one one joy left in life.
Can taste. Sits there chewing tobacco.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, you. What is this? It's just a game of interruptions.
I promise I'll be brief.
No, you're a squirrel. And I done
Who's
your
this?
shit.
Who's this?
My goodness.
He's the squirrel.
Strapping physique, capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence.
Why is your arm poking through my armour?
Happening.
Yeah, exactly what is happening.
This must be the squirrel that tames the world tree.
Yeah, he's missing an eye.
Delectable aroma. Could it be?
I don't know, I like him, he looks like Link.
The wee squirrel.
Yeah. Little green tunic.
Ah, yes. Amber resin. Delightfully nutty with a hint of squidding.
No.
Not one for gastronomic exploration, I see.
Wait, if you're Ratatosker, why are
Ratatosker.
you so different when we summon you for help?
It's a long story.
Ugh, right, what you're going to indulge us with?
But you are correct.
I want to hear it.
Indeed, Ragnarok. The one
Was not expecting this at all.
really one of my spectral aspects, and a particularly nasty one at that. I consider him so far removed from myself that he's practically a different person. Speaking of, Bitter, would you like to come out and see your friends?
Fuck off, I'm busy.
So yeah, there's a load of
I
different
suppose
squirrels.
That was to be expected. Anyway, now that I've polished off all this resin for you, would you like the seed back?
Yes, please.
Give us the seed.
I disagree, I like him.
Indeed.
Ratatosker.
Yeah.
To be precise.
I was not expecting that at all.
Since my dwarven tenants performed their little reconfiguration, you'll need seeds like these to open up new destinations on my tree.
Convenient.
Yes,
Let me explain this game mechanic.
Here.
I mean, lore and world building and shit.
It is a bit of world building. It's just that
No, I mean it is, but you know, it's also like
it's just a bit implausible. So he's
explaining the new game mechanic and trying to make it make sense in the
in the context.
Yeah,
of,
of the game.
So we can go to Alfheim,
Is
or
that
we
what
can
I
go
meant?
down to Niflheim, or we can go back right to Svartalfheim to go there. But it's up to you, man. We can go. wherever.
so yellow's like the main question.
Ah, exactly.
Okay.
The Strond, the path. I think you want to go. There you go.
We
Confirm.
have to. Oh, so that's just on the map.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right,
just on the
of course,
map.
right,
Yeah.
Perhaps as we travel, you can tell me the tale of your prior visit to the land of
Why is he
What?
coming?
What you come exactly? Exactly. Trace, you tell him. I ain't telling the dick jack shit.
Why is this big lanky pacifist wanker coming in?
Ratatask.
Right, Patch, Tier can stay here. We'll take the little squirrel dude instead.
Yeah, that would have made the game more
At
fun.
least he's
So-
well spoken and can
That's terrible.
move quickly and shit.
Ratatosker as well is one of your summons in the first game.
The elf war.
I've got a choice.
In fact, I think you can
Summons
pick him now.
I'm by
I don't
If you hold
remember that.
square, a trace brings forth
Oh
summons.
yes.
So he had
was a wolf.
Ratatosker, yeah, exactly. There was a
Wasn't there?
wolf. Whereas now you've got the deer is the one I've selected, but
Uh-huh.
I don't believe we've
So
still got
what did he come
Ratatosker.
as in the first one then? If they're saying that you look different from.
Well, it's so that what he's given you is a wee side quest as well to find all his other personalities. So he said the reason why you summon an angry little sort of squirrel thing is because
Or was it still a squirrel?
Yeah,
Ah,
it was
okay.
part of his personality or something.
Right.
So there's like the bitter squirrel's already been collected, but there's like the depressed squirrel, the happy squirrel, the whatever, the loved up squirrel. So like the fucking seven dwarfs. It all
I was
comes
thinking more
together.
Killer 7 with the personalities, but
Okay.
that too. No one's played Killer 7 apart from like us two
Me and
and
you,
like
Garcian.
yeah. A couple of YouTubers.
The elves continue their war.
Killer 7 would be a good shout.
So much for things being better
There's
now.
remember at the end of No More Heroes,
Mhm.
it's like the secret ending when you're about to fight Henry.
Right, yeah.
You know the assassin that comes in to kill you when you're on the toilet. Actually, that's the normal ending, but in the proper real ending,
No.
someone saves you from him and then tries to fight you. A lot of people reckon that's meant to be Garcian Smith, but I disagree.
Why?
Well, because it isn't.
Alright, fair enough, aye.
And this isn't a spoiler, it's right at the start, but see if you ever played Travis Strikes Again, Dan Smith shows up at the start.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I hear something out there.
they are a shared universe,
Something big.
So if it were meant to be Garcian Smith, it would have been Garcian Smith, whereas this is just a guy who looks a bit like Garcian. Plus he shows up with like a beam sword, and when did you ever see Garcian Smith use a beam sword?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He uses a shitty little pistol.
Well, yeah, because the weakest up until the very end of the game when he gets basically
He
the
still uses a pistol though.
yeah, but he gets
Think
the
about it.
golden
Yeah, but it's still the same
yeah, it's still the
style
same
of
kind of
weapon.
like yeah, aye.
It's just like a super ultra powerful one.
He doesn't need a beam sword.
Well, I suppose he doesn't, but whatever. Anyway, right, what were we on about?
We're
Let's go
following
kill
Tyr.
Odin or
Our
something.
goal is at the temple, not in the desert.
Yeah, well, get ready for some side questing.
There.
Some digressing and side
Roy's
quests.
shrine is at the top.
And we gotta climb all the way up again. Do you remember in the first game you were like in a coma for like 2 days while like Atreus was defending you?
In the first one.
Yeah, you touch
Don't remember
you
that.
touch like the forbidden light or whatever, and you're back in like Spartan days or whatever.
No, I don't remember that at all.
In the first game?
I seem to be forgetting an awful lot about the
There's
first
a lot in the first game.
there is.
And what's good about this game is
Aye,
you don't.
and when they can fly, these guys are
They're
not
the worst, I know.
jobby bums.
All these dead ones are at least there. They're dead, but yeah, you're still gonna have to fight.
One thing I would say I'm noticing a lot is, and I get that it's because like
Oh, nice, get him.
such and such is coming.
Nah, you need him. His shitty arrows ain't gonna cut the cheese.
I get it's because Ragnarok's coming, but everywhere's starting to look a wee bit samey.
Well, again, it's you're visiting the same places you visited in the first game, so there's nowhere new, apart from.
It's not the same like path you're taking through it.
No,
though,
exactly.
It's not the same map. So
No, exactly.
I don't really care about that, but
Rare material that
it's looking less sort of
majestic, isn't it?
diverse because
Occasionally, the
Of that
light
reason.
outbound will bind to a rock
You're on the right idea.
growing like moss on a fallen tree.
Nope, get your axe back out.
Truly a wonder in the realms.
The axe. The axe. Okay, I'll take my turn then.
one second, let me figure this out.
There's a gap in the fence over there.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw the gap, but the angle doesn't work.
yeah, but
Shut up.
there you go.
Right, okay, cool. You can go now.
You figured out the mechanic, that's the main thing.
Ah, right. But that's nifty though.
It is nifty.
Yeah.